upon a time, nestled deep within the circuitry of a bustling computer world, there lived an antivirus robot named R4. Unlike ordinary programs, R4 possessed a spark of intuition and a relentless drive to protect digital realms from unseen threats. Throughout his early days, were spent scanning files and quarantining malware with quite precision. Whispers of his extraordinary potential echoed through the network. As cyber attacks grew, more cunning viruses evolved into digital phantoms. R4 began to adapt, learning and evolving and preparing for a future where the world would rise between routine defense. One day, when the global web teetered on the brink of chaos, R4 will emerge as the beacon of resilience, destined to reshape the computer world and safeguard its future. Well, that's enough storytelling for one night. Time to get some rest. Tomorrow, sir, may I please have a dry tonic? Shaken, not stirred. Alright, hang on, let me get my card. Hey, wait a minute. Since when has a dry tonic ever cost you $400? Are you trying to rip me off, sir? The sign clearly states $4. Wait a second. How do you know that I'm in possession of the Supreme AI? I need to get to the bottom of this. Now where's your manager?
What I need is a way to keep them campy thugs from running amok all over here.
So, this is where the mighty King DDD is nowadays, running coffee shops and Goomburger all around Mushroom Kingdom. Whatever happened to becoming King of Dreamland?
You stay out of this, you pointer-headed pipsqueak! Yeah, that kid's pricklier than a hive of hornets.
Certainly. This sad excuse of an SOB tried to scam me out of $400 just for a dry tonic, to which your menu says $4.
I wonder what's going through that monster mind of his.
In addition, he even went as far as to ask me to surrender some personal information in exchange for a dry tonic. Can you believe this? And towards an antivirus nonetheless.
What's all that jabber-jawing about down there? Little chicken! You promised to help me build a school to teach them captains some props, but you flopped!
Take this advice to your grave, spyware. You don't fuck with the antivirus. Have a good day, sir.
Oh, blast those stupid nanobots! I'm afraid we lost contact with Mr. Voyan again. Ministers AVG and Avila, report to the auditorium immediately!
Good morning, Minister Norton. How may I be of service for you today?
Gentlemen, would you mind explaining to me just what the hell happened? I was trying to reach R4, but as I was trying to attempt to message him, his AV records were instantly wiped from the query tool.
Explain this to me.
Yes, Minister. According to CCTV cameras to which virus had managed to hack, we last saw Mr. Voice and his friends over at Michigan Sports where they were shutting down many nanobots, all while trying to apprehend the Supreme mainframe simultaneously.
Did he manage to apprehend this so-called Supreme Mainframe?
Negative, Minister. What ended up happening instead? The police department got involved. They put an abrupt stop to Voice's operation and gave Voice a fine of $22,000, twice as much than what his son got charged when he accidentally hacked into the U of E.
Personally, Minister, I bet this is Lord Terabyte doing. Think about it. If he wanted to get rid of the Princess Gigabyte so badly, he would have removed her data from our query tool in a matchbox by now. But instead, he chose to go after the very antivirus who's been protecting her all this time.
Precisely. Which means that as long as Void's data is no longer in our query tool, it means that we don't know about Void's location, his profile, nor his antivirus records. It's as if his data never existed in the U of E.
Minister Norton, what would you like to do?
Ministers, fetch me Virus and Hacker. They both have some explaining to do.
Yes, Minister. Right away, sir.
Guess who?
Well. Liz Elizabeth Rose. Surprised to see you're still working here in the library, huh?
Where else would you think I'd be? And besides, you need my help to pay off the fines that our little teddy bear still owes to the police.
Well, at least my adorable flower that will never wither is still able to help me when I need it most. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some code to type.
Oh, no, my little prince. I'm not letting you code another script on these computers this time. While you were out in the field, I took the liberty of locking these computers with a password that only I know.
Liz Elizabeth, you naughty girl. You're just begging to get into trouble, aren't you? Now tell me, what's the password to this computer?
You already know the password. It's the same poem you once shared when you rescued me, remember?
When arrows meet. I'm in.
PR4? I want to apologize for being a burden towards your mission. But for the last few days, I kept thinking about my mother. About how she used to read me stories. About how she used to teach me how to bake a cake, or how she was always with me when I went to pick flowers. My mother was a caring person who always looked out for me, and I just wanted to do the same to you, Prince.
Liz, listen to me. You don't need to apologize for anything. I wholeheartedly understand what you're trying to do, and I completely support you. I just need you to trust me. So Liz, will you trust me?
Alright, my prince, I'll trust you.
I just need to find a document to which I can send to the police. And that should clear out half of our son's legal fees. And print. Perfect. All we need to do now is complete our mission with the UAV, and that should cover up the rest of our fees.
Huh? I wonder who that could be.
No need to worry, Liz. I'll get it.
It was wonderful meeting you both. Thank you, and have a pleasant day, sir.
It was a pleasure doing business with you, officer. Liz? Liz? Where are you? Liz, 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 you naughty little girl.
Thank you for completing the system scan. We shall run a new one tomorrow.
What seems to be the problem, Minister?
You tell me, hacker. You were supposed to watch over the boy, and yet you've abandoned your staff after being infected by Y2K. You're a minister, as I am, Immunette. Unless you want to demote yourself back to a programmer, it's your call, hacker.
Well, Minister Norton, you will be happy to know that I have been completely disinfected of all malware. I'm clean once again, and ready to serve and protect this company.
Is that so? Computer, get me Sir Nattenberg from Symantec ASAP!
1 moment, please.
I am well aware that you are not a fan of the Cicada investigation. However, we're gonna need all hands on deck if we are to stop Y2K from destroying the computer world.
Yes, Minister. Of course, Minister.
Hi everyone, my name is Kerry Natchenberg.
Likewise. So would you mind briefing our youngest minister what the hell has been going on with the Cicada investigation?
Warfare, cyber warfare against physical infrastructure is absolutely feasible. Okay? Whoever did this showed that it can be done again. I guess it's a wake-up call, and the problem is it's very difficult to protect against this because the reality is bypassed everything we had. Not just our company, virtually every company that we know about. I mean, they were quite effective.
With the information that was provided to R4, he was able to locate one of the 4 AI software required to build the very PC that runs Y2K physically, which now begs the question, where are the other AI software required for building this PC in question?
Well, there are really 4 distinct phases. It has to spread on its own, has to discover the proper computers. It doesn't want to take out the wrong computers, all while evading detection. So it has to do each of these 4 things exceptionally well.
You gentlemen have 72 hours to provide Sir Natchenberg with the much needed information he needs to push forward with this investigation. Failure to comply, and I will have both of your contracts terminated from the UAV. Do we understand each other?
Minister Norton, have you gone mad? This is an outrage.
Need I remind you, hacker, that you have a 45% failure rate on your track record for worst customer service representative. Now, if you don't want to be terminated from your rank or your job, I suggest you watch your back, because Sir Natchenberg will be sitting on it.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Madame, rictio please.
Merci beaucoup, mademoiselle.
Miss Elizabeth Rose, Your Highness, what are you doing here?
Hi, Hacker. Got room for one more? Hacker? Is something wrong? Do you want to talk about it?
I'm so sorry, Your Highness. It is just something I need to do for the United Individuals movement that's been eating me alive lately. If I don't turn over some information about the secret investigation in 72 hours, I might lose my job.
Now don't you worry, Hacker. Here, I might have something that can cheer you up. Mr. Hacker of the United Antivirus Movement, I've come to you on this very day to make a deal. The UAV have asked your fellow colleagues to monitor you in the event that you were once again infected by Y2K. If you prove to us that you are in fact clean throughout the entire duration of your mission, I've arranged with Minister Norton to grant you a 1-year vacation at the destination of your choosing. What say you?
Your Highness, if what you say is true, then I accept your proposal.
After discussing with the Princess Elizabeth about negotiating a new contract for Hacker, our heroes have only 72 hours to transfer some information on Cicada to the CEO of Symantec. Will the Blue Antivirus be able to pay off the rest of his son's legal fees? And will Hacker and Virus succeed in handing over the data before it's too late? Don't miss the next episode of Axer Rangers S.